Puffin, Sink, Fires, Ormus, Buzz. Woohoo! What's going on there? I see some precipitate. And here is it when it's white and is coming on soon enough. Will be whiter. It's quite white. But it's not that white in there. Okay, so what is going on? Okay, so you urinate in a little container. You stick it in a glass electrode. 2 electrodes. I've got 10-cent coins for my electrodes. You have a positive wire and a negative wire. They come from a 7-volt battery charger from an Ericsson phone. So what happens is you have acid, which helps you to conduct, just like salt does. What happens is the Ormus in your urine, because you have a lot of materials in your blood, and you urinate it out, and the Ormus, well, the blood has Ormus in it, and in piss, urine has, we call it has blood in it. It's waste, but the thing is there's also other elements in there that you've wasted. Your body's rejected because it thinks you had enough. So what happens is it reaches up a high, quick pH, and it all drops out as chunks. And so what you do is you just dilute it, tip off all the waste urine, which is just uric acid, and you'll find that the precipitate will start dripping out after you dilute it down. Do a good vortex to it, and when it settles, the precipitates strip down. Now, some of those will be proteins, and this is a twice washed, and I'm going to let that settle until tomorrow morning. Both of them. This one is reaching up to the pH of the dropout. As soon as I see a dropout, I stop. I already see white chunks of something in the bottom. I don't know if you can see those, but I'm going to boil it when I get it down to a lot of condensed white stuff. So I'll just continually cook off some, water it down, and then water it down again, do 3 water downs, and then I'm going to be boiling it in a pot until I get rid of all the germs and the proteins can be separated. Probably fill the liquid up and the proteins will float that are cooked. And you'll tip off as you do, decant, and keep the pure stuff, but there will be liquids from it. And I will add water to it after the cook off. And keep the proteins to separate the proteins, do a lot more cook off, and eventually I will put it in tin foil, and I will burn it until there's nothing remaining. If you put a bit of carbon, then I'll wash it again, and I will find that the stuff that does not destroy is more than likely white gold. And then what I'll do is I'll let it settle, and I'll do the same thing, but with the white gold. I will cook it off, reduce it down, let it all settle, and so forth. The same cycle, using gravity to bring the solids down into precipitate. And just tested the diamagnetic when it gets to the purest form. So yeah. There's a secret way of getting the proteins and the elements out of your urine is electricity, a couple of wires, a couple of copper coins chained together. I've got a bunch of copper coins, and the positive electrode is just a couple of copper coins wrapped around copper wire around it, and the negative emitter emits the carbons, and also, so you can see a lot more white stuff. It emits hydrogen out of the urine, because there is water in urine. That's why when people are trapped in the desert, they drink urine because there is a water content. So if there's water content, then there's H2 and O. Right? H2O. So we're removing the hydrogen, and some of the positive emitter will give out carbon. So there's uric acid, and there may well be some sort of phosphor. I'm not too sure about that. But magnesium and phosphor, don't they evolve from one of them? I don't know. I think magnesium might. I don't know much about that scientific side of things. I just know that random Ormus came out on the other one and the one before, and there was nothing but urine, and I wanted to find a way to electrically stimulate and compact or cram all the matter that is not visible and is dissolved. I want to bring it back into soluble, and I want to pull it out of the invisible conscious zone. Pure conscience. See, my theory of the Philosopher's Stone is that you use male urine and female urine. There's two things you need. You need phosphor and you need acid. And if you have it of the male and of the female, you can make two Ormuses, combine them, and you can make the Philosopher's Stone. And they say it converts gold, but the thing is, I think it's a conscious thing. You need both to make the ingredient. And then you make a baby while you're taking both of these Ormuses, and you make a child that is pure Philosopher's Stone genius. There you go. Think of that. Try that out.